Hey, I got 7 o'clock. This is a Farmington Town Board meeting for October 10th. And we have no public hearings tonight. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance, Robin, you read it, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Robin. Approval of the minutes, our last meeting on September 26th. Motion to approve. Second. Motion by Steve, second by Nate. Any comments or corrections? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you. Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody here in the room? Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Yes, Mike.
We're asking, we'd like to ask that resolution number 14 be carried over to the next town board meeting.
Resolution 14.
Yeah.
Farmington Market Fund.
Farmington Market Center, the possible adoption of local law. Well, we we'll get a couple minor items in the verbiage in the way it was presented.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody online? Public concerns? Privilege of the floor? All right, hearing none, reports to standing committees, Public Works. Declare Councilman Cassell necessarily absent.
Public Works, on the water and sewer side of things, honestly, most of the stuff is ongoing, that's been reported in the past. I will touch on the UV system down at the plant. We ordered some parts to do some preventative maintenance on that. They do plan on, that system doesn't have to run all year. They're planning on shutting that down December 1st, to do some preventative maintenance work on that. We do have a resolution tonight, sending digester 2 cleaning out to bid. And that'll schedule for a bid opening on November 2nd. We just had one done this year, so it was kind of a pretty straightforward repeat bid for the next digester on the list. Manhole inspections are kind of always ongoing. We did talk a little bit about just more I&I areas. You guys have been doing a good job of getting out there, doing more video inspections of pipes. They also had a meeting with MRB to looking at pump station run times and just determining areas that they should also video camera to look for areas where water might be getting into the sewage system. PRV valve on Nell Creek, that is we had an electrical repair there that needed to be done. That is done. And we also had got delivery of a OSHA compliant ladder for another PRV valve down on North Road. Dave did report to us just the ongoing, the lead and copper survey, just their progress going through the records. They've been making very good progress on that. Brief discussion on just 2024 budget appropriations for equipment. And they did receive the fall arrest equipment that was ordered. So bill for that this afternoon. We had 2 resolutions on the agenda, one of them being the digester 2 going out to bid. Highway and park side of things, equipment maintenance is on every single one. All done with roadside mowing. We finished the catch basins and gutter work over on Clover Meadow, and also did the patchworks on Clover Meadow. They've been doing some assisting with Phelps and Canandaigua for some paving here at the end of the year. We did finish wedging the roads, which is a process they do for roads that will be chip sealed next year. Had some vehicles at auction last Saturday, the Monroe County auction. Doing some swale clearing and cleaning, and they do plan on working on some shoulders this week as well. Parkside, again, mowing still going on. There's still sports, but striping and grooming still going on. They've been striping parking lots, and again, more maintenance and repair. They also did have to pull a new electrical wire out behind the park shop that feeds one of the outbuildings and also feeds out to the swap shop, so that was taken care of. And they did remove one of the playgrounds at Farmer Park in preparation for a new playground install coming up. He's got a couple resolutions on the agenda. We can talk about those later on.
Thank you. Town operations?
Operations, but this morning we have 4 resolutions. On the agenda, we can discuss as they come up. Our tap sidewalk project continues on schedule. Looking to have submissions for final plans to the Albany DOT, and then put it out to bid later this year and get that awarded, and hopefully construction will start early 2024. Big thing, identifying all of the needed driveway portions or driveway cuts for the sidewalk, because those have to be designed a little differently. Town staff is continuing to update, working on an update to chapter 126, which is the on-site wastewater treatment or wastewater treatment facilities. Hopefully to get that to the town board later this year. Also working on updates to chapters 144, land subdivision, and 165 zoning. I've done a lot of work updating town code this year. At the October 24th meeting, we have a public hearing on proposed local law 10, which is some amendments to a prior approved project for Redfield Grove. And also a presentation about a proposed incentive zoning on 65 acres of what was one point going to be the water park project. And the code enforcement and direct development will have their reports later.
Any reports of town officials? At this time, I'll just like to read a memo. We prepared our preliminary budget, so we have a tentative budget. We did a month and a half ago or so. The 2024 preliminary budget for the town, and then we have a resolution tonight to have a public hearing next meeting and possibly approve the town budget at that time for our first meeting in November. So this is a memo to the town clerk and copying in our accountant and my confidential secretary, and the board has a copy of it. The whole budget will be posted, preliminary budget will be posted tomorrow on the town website. Attached, please find the 2024 preliminary budget for all departments and districts. This has been completed with some minor adjustments to the general fund revenues and expenses, DOT revenues, water and sewer revenues and expenses, and adjustments made after the town board budget workshops. This budget is $108,527 over the New York State tax levy limit. General fund appropriations are up in the 2023 budget by $1,584,370. And highway appropriations are up by $235,830 from the 2023 budget. Again, the highway side is definitely due to increased costs of road materials. Revenues are up slightly in both funds. The new assessment, this allows the tax rate to be reduced by 30.18%, or a 2024 tax rate of 69 cents per thousand, compared to the $1 per thousand here in the 23 budget. The drainage district tax rate is down 19.45% this year, or 17.8 cents per thousand. The fire district tax rate is down 16.47%, or 49 cents per thousand. Water expenses continue higher and expected revenues are slightly higher. The water tax rate was down 4.01% for 2023. Our cost to purchase water from the city of Canandaigua in 2024 will rise approximately 20 cents per thousand gallons. The Monarch Manor Sidewalk District is up 13.44%, or 1 cent per thousand, and 6 districts are down between 13% and 47.62%. Streetlight districts, all but 2 have lower tax rates, and 2 obviously are up. For 2024, there's an agreement to provide funds to the Farmington Ambulance Corps The same amount as the 2023 budget, $250,000. The overall good news is the town board and staff have worked very hard on the 2024 budget. I would like to have the published legal notice, the public hearing on the 2024 budget at our next town board meeting, October 24th, 2023. And then, as legally required, part of the preliminary budget, and before we approve the town budget, the elected official salaries for 2024 are as listed. Town supervisor, $64,800 plus $12,390 in budget office. Town clerk, $71,249.62. Highway superintendent, $77,963.55, plus $6,012 for Parks Department. Town justices, $27,161.13. Town councilman, $6,327.30. And that's the end of my memo. We have a complete listing of all the budgets, appropriations and revenues. There's a pie chart in there. And then the water tax budget is also attached to this one as well.
It's 16,000 for the parks, 16,012. 6,000. Under the highway superintendent salary.
$16,012. Yes.
Like we're reading in the record, I just want to.
Yes. For the highway superintendent for the Parks Department. Thanks. Correction there. And that's all I had. Highway and Parks.
Not much more report from what Steve had, other than this weekend is our fall cleanup. It's Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 8 to 3. There's we'll have a separate mattress collection there. The trailer's up there already. So we're gonna recycle those through Casella Waste. Then the shredding on Saturday goes from 9 to noon. I believe. Shredding is Saturday. Yep. Okay, look at.
Thank you. Town clerk.
No, we're picking up on water and sewer collection. We got a bunch in today. I went over to the post office and actually picked it up. Let's see, officiated 2 weddings last week. And we're working on getting our records straight downstairs in the fall.
Hey, water and sewer.
Yes. We've had a crew out for last week and into this week. They're flushing all the dead ends out in the system, all the way from North Road, all the way up past the thruway. And they are actually on their second round. They've gone around to every dead end. And they're now on the second round, concentrating on any areas that actually dropped in residuals when we flush them. And we're going to compile all that information. And during the course of that, they are also investigating all of our interconnections with Wayne and Monroe County. And we're in the process of verifying all those. You guys are pretty busy.
We did have of the 4 samples areas for THM, we did have one area at County Road 28 that was high. You
Yeah.
told me this morning you put in a draft letter to go to the residents, and we haven't heard back from the Department of Health yet, right?
And that is it yet. I'll make that phone call tomorrow and verify that that letter is in fact indeed what we need to send out, and then I'll have to go out and mail it.
Building and zoning.
For the month of September, we had 68 permits, 221 inspections, 2 fire inspections, 8 stormwater inspections, and 23 zoning inspections.
That's it.
That's it.
Great. Planning board. Adrian.
At our last meeting, we worked on a 3-lot subdivision from Hortensia, and we need some more information to go farther with that. So our next meeting next week has been canceled, we left on the docket, and everything's been moved to November.
Okay, great. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Yeah, the town ops report was posted today on the website, distributed to those who've identified their interest. The Environmental Conservation Board is scheduling their clean sweep of 3:32 for Saturday, October 28th at 9 a.m. with the 29th as a rain date, but we all know it doesn't rain in October. The Town Conservation Board also is putting together the update to the Open Space Index, which will be accompanied by the mapping that's on the agenda tonight for Lou engineers to do for the Open Space Index, and then that report will be submitted to the town board and agencies later this year for review and comment and action early next year. Meanwhile, we continue working on code updates to the various chapters, including the one Nate mentioned about the on-site wastewater treatment systems, as well as 144 and 165, which is subdivision and zoning. That's it from here.
Thank you. Bill, Town Engineers.
Yeah, just a couple of quick reminders. We have digester cleaning project out to bid right now. I have a pre-bid scheduled for October 20th and a bid opening on November 3rd. And then Brickyard Road tank project bid opening is scheduled for November 30th, and we should have plans and specs available October 31st. So we'll have those coming up. And then as Steve noted, we are working on getting new manhole meters in place for the sewer work plan for New York State DEC. Continuing on that, and we have also found some sections to televise and smoke test. So we are making some progress on all that I&I investigation. We have also made progress in some areas identifying that there is not I&I in certain areas of the collection system, and that's all part of the goal. So we're progressing along.
Thank you. Assessor not here tonight, but she did meet with bar members today for one case that had to be resolved, and report to us here in our next meeting. And recreation, basically in the recreation side, we're looking to start up the master plan for recreation this fall into next year.
Correct. And you do have a resolution tonight to retain an individual who worked with us to do the survey of the community for the comprehensive plan. Now she'll be focusing on the residents' perceived needs for park and recreational facilities. So that will be starting later this fall with the online survey, similar to what we did for the comprehensive plan.
Thank you. Community.
Yeah, under recreation, you have the trunk and treat coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And noon to
Noon to 2, the 21st.
And then after that, on the same day, you have the pumpkin trek at the Beaver Creek Park, and that's 6:30 to 8, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Last year, there was 500 people showed up for that. It was great.
yeah. So both of those events are before your next town board meetings. Want to put them on record.
Good catch, thanks. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. Resolution. Number 1 is a resolution appointing the county works to the Conservation Board for term ending December 31st, 2024. So moved.
Second.
Take by name, second by Ron. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That fills up Conservation Board. Number 2 is a resolution authorizing payment to Regional International for repair of water sewer truck number 17 and it cost not to exceed $5,052.93.
Second.
Motion by Ron, Nate, second by Steve. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Reads a resolution for the final release of funds, release number 2. This is for the letter of credit. Loomis Hidden Treasures LLC, in the total amount of $44,069. So.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Ron. Any questions there? All in favor? Aye. Or is a resolution authorizing the advertising for bid of wastewater treatment plant primary digester number 2 cleaning for the bid opening here at the town hall November 3rd at 2 p.m.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Again, we discussed this a little bit earlier. All in favor? Aye. As a resolution authorizing the town justice to apply for a justice court action plan grant in the total amount of $3,968.38.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Steve. And our court staff and judges have been active. Every year they apply for the grant and they've been very successful in the past. All in favor? Aye. 6 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report of the supervisor for 2023.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any questions there? All in favor? Aye. 7 is a resolution accepting the proposal to provide geographic information system services and related assistance to the town of Farmington Environmental Conservation Board, part of the board's open space index report, and authorizing the town supervisor to sign an agreement with Blue Engineers in an amount not to exceed $3,840 for the professional services. Motion by Dave, second by Ron. Any questions there? Brought up here earlier tonight. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next resolution accepting proposal to provide professional planning services to the town, preparing and administering a townwide community service survey on parks and recreational needs and lawns as part of the 2024 edition Town of Farmington Parks and Recreation Master Plan, and authorizing the town supervisor to sign the said agreement in amount not to exceed $3,600 for the professional services. Motion by Ron, second by Nate. Again, we discussed this a little bit earlier. This is the very first step, is to put a survey out there with the residents as part of the master plan. And we're meeting with next Tuesday with the
Park and Rec Advisory.
Recreation Committee. Discuss that and other things. All in favor? Aye. 9 is a resolution authorizing successful completion of probationary period for Garrett Hausler effective October 15th, 2023. So, second. Steve, second by Ron. Any questions there? All in favor? Aye. Hence, a resolution authorizing the budget amendment for transferring money from appropriated fund balance in the street light, Auburn Meadows, and the amount of $2,200. So, second. Motion by Nate, by Steve. And that was for a repair we had to do on those there in Auburn Meadows subdivision. All in favor? Aye. 11 is a resolution authorizing a budget amendment transferring money from highway general repairs personnel seasonal to highway general repairs personnel in the amount of $4,989.50, and from highway snow removal personnel line to highway general repairs personnel line in the amount of $65,000.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Again, we haven't had a lot of snow this year. They got payroll on the other side of the house for general repairs. So we gotta move the money from one budget line within the highway department to the other. All in favor? Aye. Well, as a resolution setting a public hearing for the 2024 budget for October 24th, 2023 at 7:01 p.m. So, second. Motion by Nate, second by Ron. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. 13 is a resolution setting a public hearing for the 2024 fire contracts, Farmington and Manchester, for October 24th at 7:02 p.m. So,
Second.
and, we do contracts with the fire departments. The third one, Shortsville, it was approved last year for multiple years. All in favor? Aye. 14 is a resolution adopting local law 9 and conditions and directing the filing thereof, the New York State Secretary of State, thereby approving the rezoning of approximately 18.3 acres of land from GB general business to incentive zoning, MTOD major thoroughfare overlay district, and MSOD Main Street overlay district for the Farmington Market Center incentive zoning project in accordance with the provisionals contained in chapter 165, article 3, establishment and designation of districts, section 12 of chapter 165, article 4, district regulations, section 34.1, IZ incentive zoning district, and directed the town clerk to amend the town's special zoning map in accordance with these provisions.
I hate to make the read it again next time, but we would have to.
Yep, so I read it anyways, but there was a request to tailor this. With pleasure. Now you had a conversation with the attorney, right?
Right, and he heard late this afternoon from the applicant who had concerns. He quickly looked at it, wanted to a little more time to understand what the changes were that were in there, and if you want to wait 2 weeks, that when your procedures require you to take it up, that's fine. Local law number 9.
All right, number 14 is laid over. 15 is resolution authorizing acceptance of an easement and 2 stormwater maintenance agreements with Sweatman Properties LLC, and this requires a roll call vote.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Ron. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Ingoldsby,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman,
Aye.
Councilman Herring,
Aye.
Councilman Holmes.
Aye. We've been waiting, what, 2 years for this one?
Long time, so.
That's nothing.
That's why when they came in on Friday, we're gonna put it on the agenda, so get it over with. Thank you, everybody. 16 is the abstract 19 of 2023, general fund $52,348.87. Highway fund $275,983.90. Sidewalk capital project $107,933.96. All capital project $573. Storm drainage $60,133.85. Lighting district $586. Sewer district $128,545.21. Water district $464,503.94. Payroll deductions $28.64. Total abstract $1,024,238.23. Motion. Double. Second. Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any changes, questions, abstentions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Here's some 3 items of training under $100. Don't have to executive sessions going. Try to remember every meeting. Is there any other comments at this time? Before we adjourn. Anybody online have concerns? Motion to adjourn. Motion by Nate, second by Ron.
Aye.
Aye.
That's not here, so that's gonna help.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.